G'day everybody, it's Lawnporn Live, it's Matthew Dorm here, how you going? Merry Christmas, it's all happening, Christmas in a couple of days. Hey, how was your weekend? And how's everything? Let us know in the comments. And let us know if you can hear me alright, you can see me alright. Seems to be all good here. So I'm hoping you're having a good time. Welcome to Live Stream About Lawns, a live stream about... It's a live stream about lawns and how to get a good one. Geez, it took a while to get that one out. And look, I hope you're having a great weekend. I've got a couple of viewers. That's good. So I should be all good to go. All right. Just a quick message before I get started. And I'm just going to put it straight on the screen here. I just need you to email me, Jacko. Okay, because I can't seem to find your message. That way I can get you those hats that I promised, which I keep forgetting. And it has been a crazy time to, for me. But look, I've had a week and a bit of holiday, and I'm just so relaxed, so good. Just really enjoying my gardening, obviously. If you've been following the channel, I have been doing a video every day, and that's been quite a task. But... It's been a fun journey. I wouldn't want to be one of these vloggers that do a video every day for 365 days a year, because it is a lot of stress. I'll have a look, see who's in the who's in and saying hello. Got hello from Ivan, Adelaide, loud and clear, mate. Curtis, thank you, because that really helps me out, man. That's all good. And Jason, sound is good, thank you. The Pugsley. I like that one, the Pugsley. Getting rain in Mobbery. No! I mean, yes, that's good, but, I missed out on a fair bit of rain. The Happy Amateur, lawn's looking good, thank you, mate. It really is easy this time of year because all the hard work's done. September reno, the other aerating that I did in December, just that that hard work, managing your soil and just it all comes together right now. So it's just a fantastic time. My program's available on lawnpornonline.com, so check that one out. Go to the programs and tips section and you will find it. You'll also find it on the home page and it gives you a link straight away. All right. Another bloke, cool guy. Hello, Jacko from Sydney. Cool. Hey, mate, would like to thank you for your videos. Been posting every day. Hey, James, thank you. That's nice. Jennifer from Geelong, Victoria. G'day, Jennifer. How you going? Jackson. Hey, Matt. How you going? I believe you got a box of charger, I think, the other week. Tony Payne is always around, and hi from Port Macquarie, nice part of the world. Matty Rikes, my right-hand man. See, this is my right hand, and he's my man. Matty Rikes, how you going, bloke? Thinking about coming to Adelaide tomorrow and catching up with you, but we'll see how we go. I'm just thinking of a few things. Drew Garland, Matty, should send me as much moist as you can. Well, mate, if you want to try that on, give me an email, matt@lawnpornonline.com. And once again, I'll put this up for Jacko Sowie. Can you email me? Because he's in SA somewhere, so I hope he hasn't given up on me. Happy Amateurs liking the daily vids, thank you. And Rodney Brown, hey Matt. The Pugsley, Matt, when are the trucker caps available again? I haven't ordered them for a while. But why I've done that is, and I'll link it in the description. Tops by Tash, she does it for us, and she does a trucker cap. And this is an original one, mate. This is like one of the original ones, and her design is pretty similar to this. And if I go to Tops by Tash, I reckon she's got a Lawnporn site. She does them for us. I'm looking. Lawnporn Tops by Tash. And Lawnporn merchandise Tops by Tash. Here we go. Found it. All right, I'm going to copy that and see if I can be really fancy and put it in here, and that way you can click on that one and you'll find it. I've just popped it up. If you do Tops by Tash Lawnporn, you can order through her. She's just on a little break for Christmas, obviously. If there's real interest in the caps, I will order some. There's the black ones, and there's these ones. So there you go, that's the difference in them. As you can see, my little guitar here, I've been doing a little bit of music, so it's nice to get that done. Alright, getting back to the show. Products are working very well, thanks Pugsley. You're the only one with the green lawn in the area. Yep, you're the envy of your mates. That's fantastic. The old man won a local comp and got some cool lawn porn products from Chris. All right, I bet you he's happy. G'day from Tassie, from Jesse. Bruce, my good friend. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thanks for those messages you sent me, Bruce. Red Bull, g'day mate, thanks for the vids, keen to get started and learn some tips and tricks to get myself a nice looking lawn. Well, speaking of that, I've got a program on lawnpornonline.com, and that not only tells you like the products and what I do and when I do it, it also gives you an overview of things that are necessary for having a good lawn. Now, there's no point having a lawn and that's in hard soil and throwing fertilizer on it and expecting it to go green, because it won't happen. It may happen for a little while, but you won't get the real result. And you really do have to do the hard work in your spring, and it's your spring renovation. You need to aerate, and if the soil's compact, you need to uncompact it. The soil needs to be a certain structure. Can't be too hard, can't be too soft, obviously, but it just needs to be in that in-between structure where air, water, and nutrients can get to the root zone. So if the soil's too hard, the roots won't be able to breathe and get the water and get the nutrients, obviously. So when you're thinking about your lawn, think about your soil and think about improving your soil. If your soil's a real hard clay, you will have difficulty getting the water into it because it'll just be on top. And look, in regards to soil wetters, yes, soil wetters can help, but if your ground is hard, soil wetter isn't really going to make much difference. So you really need to, and this is the message that I try and get out. I get messages all the time saying, I just want something to green up my lawn. Well, you need to think of the bigger picture. Sure, I could just say go buy a bag of Four Seasons, water it in, and you'll get some sort of result, and bang, I've made a sale, and you think it's cool and everything like that. But at the end of the day, a week or two down the track, it's not really working because your soil's too hard. Your lawn's not getting the water. So you really need to manage your soil, aerate your soil. So if, for instance, you've got a hard clay soil, what you want to do is you want to get some sort of core aerator, pull out the cores, and then throw down a handful of gypsum every square metre, and then top dress with the sand. That will start your area starting to filtrate, so the water, air, and nutrients start flowing through the soil, getting to that root zone. So that's a tip that you just got to do the hard work. You just can't expect to throw products down and expect it to work like magic. So, all right. So there's lots of tips in the website. I'll just see if there's any more questions. Hey, play us a tune, Matt. All right. A lot of people don't believe me. If you're into the older videos, they don't believe that I actually play the music or play the guitar for that get your lawn on, and it's me singing as well. But I haven't got this plugged in, obviously. But can you hear that? Yeah, it's not plugged in, so you might have just seen me just playing not much, but that's the actual tune. of Get Your Lawn On. I actually wrote it and performed it. If you want to hear that song, look back at, I think it's video number 13. It was the first time it came up in the Lawnporn series. And I've been mucking around with a new computer today and getting some songs and stuff down on track. So I'm a bit rusty, so I need a little bit of practice. But I've got a few things coming up, so it's pretty cool. All right, enough of that music. Hey, you missed saying hi to me, Heath. All right, hi Heath. How you going, Heath Davey? Special hello for you, mate. All right, there you go. Nathan's loving the vids. Cool. Jennifer's loving the vids too. Thank you, Jennifer. How do I rate Zoysia? The Pugsley. I really love Zoysia and I've never had it, and that is going to change. I'm going to get some Zoysia for my front yard when I get around to doing it. I don't know exactly when that is going to be. I've been speaking to a good a bloke down Kadena sort of way, and he's a good follower, and we communicate a bit. And he's a landscaping contractor, and he wants to come up and help me. So I'd love that. That'd be great. And so I just got to organise how it's all going to go. I would have liked to have done it a couple of months ago, but really it just wasn't. The timing wasn't good for me. Just had a lot of family stuff sort of going on. But I'm thinking about doing it August, September next year. But I could be doing it as soon as late January or February. It just depends on the flow of everything, how it goes. I've got a new role at work that I start at the end of this month, so I'm really looking forward to going into that role, and it'll, I think, be much easier on me mentally and physically, and I won't be taking work home, which has been quite a bugger. So anyway, but Zoysia, I'm going to be absolutely smashing it, and I've got a lot of shade at the front, so that's why I'm going for it. So it will be a new experience for me. It's like the Tiff Tuff, which is just really shaping up nicely. I've put the picture on Lawnporn today after I did a mow. I know those watching the videos said I wouldn't mow it today. I couldn't help myself. Mrs. has been studying all day. I've just been just chilling out, answering a few questions here and there. We went for a drive to Corn and Wilmington and back just something to do, just get out of the house for a while. Came back, we made tea, and I can't remember where I was going with that. But came back. That's right, came back, and I just said, I'm hanging to mow it. And Mrs. said, go on, you did it. I didn't film it or anything, and as soon as I mowed it, it just looked brilliant. You can see that the green light's really working in already. So I just took a quick photo with the iPhone, wacky-do, and it just went mental on the page. I also chucked it on Instagram. Sorry, I don't put much on Instagram, but I can only deal with one social media at a time. I'm not multi-skilled. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at some questions. With the drought, has anyone used soil wetter crystals as well as wetter? Was going to use some as we got an aerator now, and we bought from auction, repaired it, so we can core all the time now. Well, if you can core all the time, you don't need the crystals, mate, because you'll have the filtration there. The soil wetter will keep that water at the root zone. It depends on the soil wetter you get though as well. But ours, for example, is got excellent penetrative qualities if you've got hydrophobic soil, which happens when the lawn gets a bit of heat, gets a bit of thatch degrading, and it can cause a waxy layer on the top of the soil, and it can even happen to really, really well managed soils. The water in that area stops, and then when you, like the last week when we've had 45, 46, 47, 48 degrees for the whole week, it just bakes the lawn there because there's no water getting to that little zone, and you get dry patches. So if you've got an aerator, you're doing it all the time. Aerate and use soil wetters. You don't need the crystals, man. It's cool. All right. Where was I? Matt, any tips on lawn drought where you can't water the lawn unless you have irrigation? So, hang on, I'll just get this. Any tips of lawns in drought? Okay, where you can't water the lawn unless you have irrigation. Okay, water in the morning if you can't. If you don't have irrigation, that's what I think the question is. Sorry if I am wrong. Use your grey water. I know it's a pain, but buckets when you're having a shower. Use the bath water, stuff like that. You can actually use buckets of water. It is allowed from the hose and then bucketing on the lawn. If you do any of that, I would get to watering in the early morning, 6 o'clock. So that's before 10 o'clock, and after 4 o'clock, and this is with the irrigation, you can only do it 15 minutes per zone per day. But with the bucket, and I'm not 100% sure on this, don't shoot me down, you can do it before 10 o'clock and after 4 o'clock if you've got the bucket. What you want to try and do is, if you do get a rain event, try and time that, and I'm talking if you haven't got irrigation, do time that just before the downpour of putting some soil wetter down. Any opportunity you can get soil wetter down. I know it's very manual and if you haven't got irrigation, but you simply can't use a hose and sprinkler when you feel like it. And then like people saying, oh yeah, but what if there's a tap timer? No, tap timer's not considered good enough. It has to be weather smart, so detecting the weather or getting weather information from the internet, soil sensing for moisture, and what was the other one? I forget. But anyway, I think the question is, how am I going to look after it in drought without irrigation? Well, it's going to be a tough task. I'm not going to lie to you, but any watering that you can muster, do that in the early morning, simply because evaporation will be less and you've got more chance of it staying into the soil. And look, you're going to have to do it every day for the little amount of water that you're allowed to do. It's it's difficult. I get it. It's not the best watering technique. The best watering technique is definitely deep, infrequent watering in the early morning. However, that's a bit of a hard sell in drought conditions, and I get that. But honestly, if I was on drought, if I was on water restrictions, I'd be doing my watering with my irrigation 15 minutes a day at 6 a.m. Simple as that. And that's the best that you're allowed to do, and that's what I would be doing. So, all right, let's have a look. I've yabbered on for a bit for that one. What is the pH of your soil? Never done it. I've never checked, and simple reason is that if you're getting loam, like what I did, I replaced it with a good loam, and I'm using sand. It's pretty much going to be right, and one day I will check it, and it'll be between 5.5 to 6. If I was having struggle areas in my lawn, and Port Augusta is about as arid as it gets. I mean, we had 49. I've heard some of the cities in that complain that they had 44. Well, we had 49. I don't mean to brag about it, but it is very harsh and arid here. So if my lawn was out, and the way they'll look after it, then I would be looking at okay, there's something wrong with my soil. What's going on? And that would be getting just a simple pH kit, taking it from a few different areas, and doing a pH test. There's also these tests that you can get done from New Turf. I don't know exactly how to go about it, but you send the soil sample in. It costs you about $150. They'll give you a whole detailed analysis of what's lacking in your soil and everything else. So I think it's just not all about pH. It's about your nutrient levels, and they can recommend you a program and certain products to supplement your soil and everything to get it right. But what I was going to say was I did have a little bit of the struggle with my lawn is that it is very sandy base. It isn't the greatest stuff underneath, and any watering and nutrients just leaches out of the soil profile down. I put down some go-go juice monthly, just sort of like following the directions, but putting it in a spray can and then just supplementing the water on top, sort of thing. And I've seen some improvement with that, simply to get the microbes and everything going in the soil, because it was just so sandy and dead. And my lawn's looking great. I don't think I really need to do it. The only little struggle area is near the veranda. That doesn't get sun till 2 in the afternoon, and then that sun is gone by 5 because of the fence line. So that's why that bit's taking longer. But good question though. Thank you. Should your dirt always be wet, or should it dry right out before I water it again? My dirt always seems to be dry when I water 3 to 4 days a week. Just be sure that you're checking just that little bit under the soil. Just a little bit of a poke and see if it's moist there, because the top will dry out obviously quicker. The other thing to do, other thing to think about is you don't want the ground being totally saturated all the time or totally wet. It needs air as well as much as it needs water for the plant to survive. If it's wet all the time too, you risk fungal issues. So it's sort of a balancing. Deep watering, and that will cause the roots to go deep into the soil, and keeping that soil there with like soil wetter is really the way to go. It'll evaporate less. And it will just take some, the lawn won't need to be watered as much. I water mine twice a week, and yeah, the top of it is quite dry to the touch. So just be sure if you're watering, was it 3-4 times a week or every 3-4 days? I can't remember now. I water 3-4 days a week. You don't really need to do it that much if you're deep watering. So I hope that helps, Mark. Wilbur would like to have me have a look at his TIF stuff if I'm ever in Victoria. Cool, thanks for that, mate. Charger is steroids for lawn. It certainly is. It's just fantastic. I did a green light and root builder PGR today, and I just feel like doing a cheeky little chaser with Charger tomorrow, just at a low level, just because, like, yeah. I don't know. That's a bit naughty. It's going a bit beyond my program, but you get to play with the products when you sort of have a bit of experience with them and realise what the power is. And if you need a little bit more fluff up, you just go, yeah, I'll just put some Charger down. Can't wait to see what it reacts like at winter, because I haven't used it at winter yet. So yeah. My lawn held up really good over the last week in the hot weather. Thanks, Matt. No worries, Nathan. Cool. Jason Brissett, does anyone sell Allet mowers in Australia? There is a mob that's just taken on some of the professional stuff in Victoria, and I can't think of their name. Sorry. The Rover cylinder mower with the battery. battery charged. That is a rebadged Allet. I'm not sure how you go about going those. I met Austin Jarrett at Glenelg here in SA one night. I'd finished work at 5 o'clock, hopped in the car, drove 4 hours, and hung out all night with Austin Jarrett from Allet Mowers down at Glenelg. We had Mexican or something for tea, I think. We've just found any old restaurant, and we just chatted for hours. And I was just sort of like said, "Oh mate, I got to go. I got to drive 4 hours back." So I didn't get back here till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy, but such a cool bloke and such a cool company. We looked at wanting to bring over their mowers. It's just not viable for me. It's I'm hoping someone does though. I'm still looking into it, but at the moment, really just concentrating on getting into America and getting into New Zealand. It's just a big task. But getting back to your question, talk to Rover. Just get on their website and send them a message if you're looking at that. If you're looking at the other Allet stuff, sorry, there is a bloke, but I don't know what he's stocking, and he hasn't advertised or anything like that. So it's early days. I think it's more or less some of the cricket stuff, but I'm not sure. So I hope I haven't let any cats out the bag there. But I think he did have it on his website. And sorry, if I could remember it, I would let you know. Okay, send us an email, matt@lawnpornonline.com, and I can chase it up for you if you like. Jason. All right, cool. What grass do you recommend for cool climates, e.g. Ballarat, Victoria? Love the products. Look, cooler climates, if I like my warm season grasses. So cooler climates, your fescues, you could go rye or something like that. But honestly, get in touch with a turf farmer. Get in touch with Australian Seed Farm. They're a supplier. Get in touch with Coolabah Turf. They're a Lawn Solutions Australia one, and talk to them. Talk to them your needs. Talk to them about your pets, your traffic, your shade, your area, how much time you can actually dedicate to the lawn. That's very important as well. If you're looking for a real low maintenance option and you don't mind buffalo, the Matilda Buff from the Australian Seed and Turf Farm, very, very impressed with that. Nice and tight. It will handle the shade. It'll handle the cool, not too bad. And pretty low maintenance if that's what you're into. And it's got quite a tight little node set up with where the leaves come out, where Sir Walter is just that little bit longer, and it's a beautiful cut grass. You can cylinder the mower up your Matilda fantastically. It's really lovely. And a shout out to Tony at Australian Seed and Turf Farm. How you going, mate? I hope you're all well and having a good Christmas. All right. Who's messaging me? Oh, I've made a goal on my Apple Watch. Hooray. Do you hate fake grass as much as I do? I don't really like it, no. A few distributors stopped selling Lawnporn products here in Victoria, getting hard to find regular suppliers. Well, I haven't heard of that. Everybody is selling it very well. If people aren't selling it anymore, then there are options. Look at our website under stockists. If you're really, really stuck, www.toolroom.com.au. They sell all our gear. All right, and it can be supplied to you. I've not used a Toro moisture sensor before. Sorry. Get one. I'd love to. Applying charger when 32 degrees, don't do it. Yeah, I wouldn't. Simply as a matter of caution. If you're on a hot day, like look, today here was 37, I applied green light which is the same sort of thing. Don't do it in 32 or more. I applied green light this morning. Totally fine. So long as you beat the heat or it's after the heat of the day. I did put down some charger when it was like 35 degrees, but at the evening, believe it or not, it was like probably, I think from memory, about 7 o'clock at night. Still, a bit of daylight there, and that wasn't an issue. So, but in the middle of that heat of the day, and it's like 32, 33, 34 or up, yeah, just leave it alone. Would be my recommendation. Is the smart irrigation thing an Australia-wide thing? Not that I know of. I know New South Wales have got water restrictions. South Australia don't. So I don't think it's dependent on local council, but I could be wrong there. So apologies for that. Hi, Matt. Love your products. Amanda, thank you. Really appreciate that. Matt, just wondering, my tall fescue is going dark in some areas. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I can't complete that one, Ben. How important is PGR? The Pugsley. Yeah, it's a great tool. PGR, plant growth regulator. I use Primo Max, and unfortunately, that's only available in 5 litre containers. Very expensive. You'll get a shock. You can do things like go to the TurfMate site, turfmate.com.au. They sell Astro for like about $120 or something like that for a litre. So it's the same thing basically. So there are options that are smaller. Plant growth regulator is something that, and I've got a video on this called the 3 top tips of the LOMO, and it's plant growth regulator, grooming, and of course mowing. Plant growth regulator will sort of stop in very easy terms, will stop the height going, the growth going upwards, and force it sideways that little bit, and hence your mowing clippings will be reduced. You don't have to mow so much. Your lawn also thickens up, especially when you've got your groomer coming in and taking off the crown of the plant and making new growing points. It thickens it up, and it really benefits the quality of the turf as well. That tighter canopy will make a much more effective weed mat, so weeds aren't getting sunlight to germinate. Your water in your soil will not evaporate so much because you've got that extra shade. So used in conjunction with grooming, which will take out that bit of thatch that build up, because you get a bit more shade, you'll get a bit more thatch, unfortunately, because there's a trade-off of everything. Hence the circle, mowing, grooming, plant growth regulator, and that cycle and the balance, keeps the LOMO going. So yeah, it's a great product. If you're wanting to start using PGR, read the label, make sure that you start off at the lowest concentration and just follow all the directions. Generally, you shouldn't be mowing within the 6-hour gap before your application. So a good strategy is a deep water the day before. Later on in the day, do a mow. The next day, put down your plant growth regulator. And look, plant growth regulator, if your turf is not in great condition or is lacking nutritionally, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But let's just assume that your lawn's pretty good, and you're putting down your plant growth regulator. If it's lacking nutritionally or there's just something about it, you can get a bit of discoloration, which will grow out and everything like that. But a good and effective strategy is mix it with a fertilizer, something like green light, a nitrogen iron fertilizer, which will mask any discoloration effect. And there's that to it. And follow the directions. If you've just recently done a renovation, you won't be using PGR. If your lawn is waterlogged and diseased and everything, you won't be using PGR. If it's halfway through comeback from a renovation, you're going to be wanting to hold off using PGR. You'll only use PGR during the growing season. You won't be using it during when it's starting to go into dormancy, and you won't be using it during dormancy, and you won't be using it coming out of dormancy. When the spring growth starts going again. So yeah, so it's a great tool, and but you just got to be careful using it. So I hope that was good. All right, loving the charger comps. How long have I been talking for? What is the time? 36 minutes. Feels a little bit longer. I've answered a lot of questions. I'll do the charger comp in about 5 minutes, and it's for everybody that's watching here. So stick around. Aaron's got the Matilda Buffalo, semi-dwarf buffalo leaf. Yep. I'm sound overworked. Do I need help? Yeah, I'm always overworked, mate. I need help. Heath, missed me again. Did have a question. Think I'm invisible. All right. Well, I'm reading it, so you're not. So it's all cool. I must have missed a question. There's a lot happens here, and I'm chatting away. So I'm sorry about that. Yep, the PGR wasn't suitable for Kentucky bluegrass. That's correct. Is there one that you would suggest that is suitable? Not off the top of my head. If you send me an email at matt@lawnpornonline.com, I will chase that one up for you. I'm not aware of one, so I'm sorry about that. Lawnporn products from Home Hardware in Victoria. If they haven't got it, they will order it in for you, so that's good. Any dramas with the Lawnporn products and pets eating the grass, such as chickens? No, Jackson. They'll be right as rain, mate. It's all good. All the Lawnporn stuff is safe for pets. We have got a product coming out. It's out. I reckon some people have got it. I just don't know who yet. Is History by Lawnporn. So black beetle in your lawn, that will be history soon. Tried to be really serious then, but it is available. It is going to be in the shops after Christmas, if it isn't in the shops already, because usually a few that as soon as I get the notification from Amgro, they just go boom, buy it. So that's cool. But all right. I'm overworked from doing too much Lawnporn. I could never not do enough of this stuff. I love it. I really got to say. Can you use charger just on a bare patch, or do you need to do the entire lawn? Sorry, I did paraphrase your question a bit like that. Do the whole lawn. It'll fluff up the whole condition, and it'll promote going into that bare patch. Keep on top of your mowing though. Charger will cause you a little bit extra mowing. If you just let it grow, then it's not great. Hi Matt, Trav B. Hi Matt, I have 2 black thumbs and they are slowly turning to British racing green due to your tips. Alright, there you go. Alright, cool. I'm starting to get the grass that I've always wanted. Would charge be good on Sir Walter? Sir Walter loves charger. I've had a few people come back at me already with it. It's really good. Sir Wally just loves it. There's just that, that barrier that we've probably got another 10 years of, will it work on buffalo? What fertilizer do I use for buffalo and stuff like that? It's just it's the marketing, and people think it's different. Food is food, and look, Sir Walter just absolutely loves charger. You'll get some great results with it. Any tips reducing impact from dog pee on the Santa Ana? And that really annoys you, doesn't it? there are a couple. Dog rocks, from my experience a long time ago, they might be different now, I don't know, but just the general comments from people is dog rocks don't work. There's people that swear by them though, so I don't want to influence you too much, but that's just my opinion. I can't really, I suppose, base my opinion on anything recently scientific fact, and I don't have a dog anymore, so take that as you will. However, when you do see the dog pee, if you're there, water it down straight away. That will lessen the effect of it. You can also look at doing dog penned areas so that they won't be able to get to the area of lawn that you want to be looking good. You also can train them to go into certain areas if you're really into training your dog, and I know that takes time and it's a bit of dedication, doesn't always work, but I used a combination of that strategy. A dollop of yogurt in their food, and not so protein heavy with the diet. So veggies can be raw and they can be cooked, and just mix it up a little bit, and it'll change the dog's wee, I suppose, and certainly help it. Just natural yogurt for the yogurt, and I think that's about it. Whoever comes up with the clue, with the invention to spray something on the lawn and it won't be affected by dog pee, will be one very, very rich person. Okay, all right, it's 41. A good broadcast spreader for Fert. I've got a couple of little hand ones, so I've not really got access to and I haven't used one of the ones on the wheels is what I'm thinking that you're thinking about. Sorry, I can't recommend anything there. Have a look around turfmate.com.au. They've got some. I've not used them or anything like that, and I've been looking at that website for a couple of days. I'm going to get their spreader, soil spreader, not Fert spreader, soon. So, what product do you use for lawn grubs? History. Nah, I haven't used History yet. I'll get a bottle next week. I use a Celoprin GR. Throw that down, wet it in. It'll give you 6 months protection. It won't kill the black beetle. It'll only kill the larvae when they eat the lawn. So that's the way it works. Okay. Buy a gun? What? All right, no worries. So, cool. All right, we will draw a bottle of Charger. That's the one you've all been waiting for 43 minutes. I'm sorry I've been yabbering. And I've written down a number between 1 and 1,000. The first number that I see on the messages between 1 and 1,000 will win 6 bottles of Charger. That's 6 1-litre bottles of Charger. It won't get delivered till after the 6th of January because the warehouse and that is shut. But you will get it in the new year. Yes, but number between 1 and 1,000. First number that I see, that's the number that I've written down here, will be the winner. All right, I'll watch. Oh, gun for the dog pee. All right, no worries. Keep going, guys. Yeah. I haven't seen any close yet. I'll let you know when I see one that's fairly close, so you're not here for hours on end. Number between 1 and 1,000. Number 1. YTB Boys was actually fairly close with 124. So there you go. It's in the 100s. In the 100s. Okay, everybody's starting to hit it now. The numbers are cruising. There's always good fun doing this. 124, no, but not too far off the mark. Oh, wow. This is going to be hard. Oh, It's running up so fast that I can't see it. I will have to be... Alright. Okay, it's above 140. It's above 140. And below 150. Oh, 146, that's close. 143, 143. Oh, Ben Horton or something. I'll have to look at that again. Wow, that's so fast. Just bear with me, guys. I'll have to see if I can find that. I might not even be Ben Horton. Wow, that was fast. Alright, 143. I did see it. $134. So yeah, I'm just looking, guys. Bear with me. Alright. 144. That was close. That was the number. I wrote down Ben Horton, but I don't think that was totally right. It might have been right. I'm now just looking through the old numbers. Well, how many people are there? There's 52 viewers at the moment. Wow, that's probably why. Alright, I've got... Ooh. Alright, I've got a whole heap. I wrote down a Ben Horton. Matt Burlow, Des Cook. A lot of people have got 143. So I'm looking up now. Michael Barber. Alright, oh, that's Brian Troughton. But that was around where I was looking. Okay, so the winner is a Michael Barber. Michael Barber. It's the first one that I can see that's got 143. If I missed you, and you said that before, that was the first one that I saw, and that was around the area because it was running so fast. I thought the Brian Troughton was a Ben Horton or something. It was just going ballistic. At least I got the B right, and I got the Horton right, but I didn't get the Troughton right, or Ben, because that was Brian. Okay, so that's the winner. Let's have a look, see if you can see that properly. Michael Barber. Michael, if you contact Lawnporn at matt@lawnpornonline.com with an email, we can organise that prize for you. It won't come till the new year because the warehouse and that's shut and they're all on holiday. Speaking of holidays, I hope everyone has a great holiday season. I hope you've got all your Christmas shopping sorted. I hope you're enjoying your lawn. And if your lawn's not great at the moment, don't panic about it. Get into it next year. Sometimes life gets in the way and there's more important things than lawn. But, you know, when you get back into your lawn, you'll just have a great time with it, and it's just such a good stress relief, and it's great for the family, and just you'll love it. All right, so Merry Christmas to you. I will be doing a couple more videos tomorrow. I'll be doing a video. Sorry that I cut it tonight and didn't video it, but I couldn't help myself. But I'll give it another cut tomorrow. And then, what's that? Monday, so Tuesday. And then Wednesday I'll have something pre-recorded. I won't be answering the page on that day. I'll be spending time with the family. And look, Merry Christmas. Thanks for the support. Lawnporn's had an absolutely magnificent year. It's just blown me away. It's just fantastic, and next year it'll be bigger and better. You know, look forward to the program becoming an app on your phone. That's a real biggie for us, and look forward to my book. That will be a helpful resource as well. I'm madly writing it any sort of chance that I get. I'm going to have somebody look at it soon and correct all my spelling mistakes. But it's all it's all just full on, and yeah. I'm just very blessed, and look, I'm just really glad that you're supportive of the page and supportive of Lawnporn and just having fun and learning something, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, Merry Christmas and have a happy and safe holiday period. Get your lawn on. See you later. Bye bye.